Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Now, we getting back to the money talks. We talking black money on this one. It's weird because we had the easiest path towards fixing our financial situations, to me, my opinion, of any race. It's just a few minor adjustments that we would need to make, and we'll get up there in time. And most of them, it has to do with fake culture. We call stuff our culture. It's not our culture, man. It's just not. And that hurts us, the majority of us, financially. And then fake up too. Selling drugs, that's fake up. You'll be, once you get locked up, whoever can get to your money, they're gonna spend it all. So that's fake up. You're not up from selling no drugs. The only way you up from that, you stay out of jail, you don't get indicted, you don't get killed, which the drug dealer path, eventually you're going to run into a snag. Everyone I ever seen did. Now, one of the most popular car washes here in Milwaukee, allegedly was taken over by one of our dope boys in the area. People saying he done got indicted. Car wash is closed. That car wash been around since I can remember. Like, for a long time. That was like the neighborhood car wash. Octopus. Green Bay is like right around the corner, a couple blocks around the corner from where I grew up at. And it was right across the street from Lincoln Park, which is our neighborhood park. So, we're going to get into this. If you try to go that route, man, you just wasting time, man. You wasting time, man. You get a job, everything you get, they can't take it away from you. And the thing about the United States, you can go down to the casino. You might lose, but you might not. It's so many ways you could get up over the hump. You know, you can start a YouTube channel. If YouTube don't shadow ban you, you might get up with that. So it's so many ways. But I want to focus mainly on the things that we can correct, that as a whole we'll climb. The number one thing is we got to get more cutthroat like these other races are. Think about it. Think of any black business you know in your city, and name me one where the foreigners, the people, the non-blacks, consistently line up and support it and patronize it. What is he? That is not no lane. That's that goofy stuff, man. Let me get back to it. Like stuff like that, when you do that, I know you ain't in the money mindset, man. I know you ain't. I know you in the wrong mind, man. You probably laying up with your shirt off, waiting for your girl to get her food stamps. I don't care if you broke. I don't believe in just settling for food stamps. Now, if you in a dire strait, you about to lose your place or something like that, you get reticent, but I wouldn't just keep trying to get it. Man, you got to figure out how to get up and do things like everybody else that's up doing. So The number one thing is we got to get cutthroat like these other races. They support each other consistently. You don't hear them coming in there like trying to argue with the people that work there and saying, I want my money back, all that stuff. You know, all that stuff we do. Because we look at each other as the enemy, and we look at the real enemies as friends. I hear them in these stores. Brother, can you get a job from brother? Is brother gonna give you a livable wage? Brother ain't gonna give you a livable. You know what brother gonna do? Brother is gonna send all his money back overseas, which they so bent on keeping black people down financially. They can't see that letting all these people come over here, get rich, half of them don't pay taxes, and send their money back to their home countries and talk down on the U.S., that's hurting the economy. Because the U.S., the more income tax that the U.S. can collect, the more the U.S. can do, because the U.S. is still governed. The things that's done in public are governed by dollars. And the U.S. is big enough to the point where if you get it right in-house, you won't need to depend on these other countries, man. But they just don't want us to have it. That's the thing. You go to any sector, if you can dissect what they do, it's some unfairness underneath. Like leaning towards this person, that person more than the black person. But it's not an excuse, because number two, we got to learn to put our money together. How many times have people in your listen to this. How many times have people in your family received large sums of money and not help their other family? All they want to do is shine on their family. Indians don't do that. Arabs don't do that. You know who do that? Melanated people, blacks, ninjas. All you want to do, people be giving money to their habits, drugs, and stuff like that. Like, I've seen people get large sums of money and avoid their relatives, right? But then when they get broke, here they come, trying to talk, trying to hang, trying to do this, trying to do that. When they was up, though, they was half dealing with you. Why do we do this? I want you to know that that is a key component in how we stay at the bottom. We got to learn how to support each other's business. Stop worrying about that stuff that you don't worry about when you're in white stores, Indian stores, people from Africa that was born in Africa store. You don't worry about that. You don't worry about that when you buying that jerk chicken. Stop worrying about stuff that you're not gonna worry about with the competition. That's your competition too. Anybody you see making money is your competition. But you see Latinos, like for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Did you see how Chavez put Canelo in the ring? I was looking at that like, man, we gotta get like them. Cause Chavez and Canelo done had their differences. Like people, the one time you see Latinos getting mad is when they want their people to win the fight or something and they don't give it their all. Like they was mad at, what's his name? Virgil Ortiz when he lost to Shakur. They was mad at Ryan Garcia. They said Ryan gave up. He wasn't even trying really. That's the only time. And it's like tough love. It's not like they gonna like turn against each other. So we got to get more like that, man. We got to get more like that. When I be making my deliveries, I be noticing something. One thing that I be noticing is that a lot of those deliveries be to people of that same race. And like, far as Asians gonna support Asians no matter if it's a different group. They could be Hmong and the restaurant can be Vietnamese. They gonna support it. What we do, you, everybody that don't look like you, everybody don't wear hair like you, you trying to make them, you trying to embarrass them, you trying to steal from them. We got to stop all this stealing. You don't want people to call you no ape or look at you like you no ape, but look at what you do. All I hear all day long, and there's an ambulance right there. All day, police, ambulance, police, ambulance, police, ambulance. All day. While Indians buy extra mansions for their cousins. And then they call you Uncle Ruckus and Uncle Tom when you talk about this. And when you do what I do, it's a lot of stores, I just pass them up. A lot of stores by my house. Nope. I'm not trying to sit downtown even for a day. Because I will get up to 100. I don't be out here playing, man. I mind my own business. I stay in my own lane. All that little tough guy stuff, I do not be playing all that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a black cowboy. I'm the black cowboy that's trying not to shoot nobody. Leave me alone. So, but what do guys do? I am suffering inside from insecurity and identity crisis. My name is Reggie Rogers, but in my mind, I'm NBA Youngboy. In my mind, I'm Quando Rondo. In my mind, I'm Little Baby. Everything they talk about, I'm gonna do in the community. Gotta stop. That's the next thing. Stop emulating people. This is gonna turn you into a bum. Have you in prison. Have you in poverty. That's for men, women and men. Man, close your legs. And if you can't close them, then get on something where you ain't gonna have no kids until you have a commitment with a guy. Y'all be having all these kids thinking you gonna raise them yourself and they be out here wreaking havoc. I hate to see some of them coming. And it's crazy because when I dealt with the juveniles, they was mostly likable. Some of them was too broken, but most of them was mostly likable. So what that told me is you women that ran off the guy that would have raised them right, shame on you. You guys that's, you trying to do what I'm saying, emulate these other guys. You can't emulate young boy, he got too much money. He can have 10 kids and get on a private jet and say, okay, next stop. He got enough money to do that. You don't. You don't. You can't be like Nick Cannon. You can't be like NBA Youngboy. Now you, man, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm finna be hitting licks out here, man, you know? And then you run into the black cowboy who ain't trying to hear all that. He get his gun out before you and put a hole in your face. That's the next thing. Do not avenge people that's out here acting like they tough, starting stuff. I don't care if you they uncle, cousin, I don't care what you is. If somebody get got out here starting stuff, don't try to defend them because the violence ain't gonna never end, but the money is. We talking about black money today. We gotta avoid all these conflicts, man, and learn how to get along. Focus on our business, our economic business, our family business. Forget about the little stragglers who want to call everybody to talk about this Uncle Tom. Let's mob up and be at peace, and anybody that get in the way, what's happening? That's how I look at it. We should get 50,000 deep, 100,000 deep, all over the United States. And then we will show you how the other races could sit around and talk about us, but when we link up, they try to take us out. Why? Because they ain't all that. If they was all that, they wouldn't have to take us out. They'll be like, okay, they trying to compete. Let's stick together even more, guys. They try to take out the leaders. I'm telling you, man, they watch people, shadow ban people. They got all these buffoons getting all the views and the sub. And it's a couple people that's halfway decent they lit up there. But most of the people that get all the way up there, they either see them as no threat or they work for them. Either or. The ones that's not agents, they don't see you as no threat. But they shadow ban people that they see as a threat. Like, wait a minute, we gotta watch this one. He got that charisma, he got that leadership qualities. So what they'll do is they'll send somebody in the comments to try to diss you, hoping that people don't take you serious. Y'all ever notice how some of the top guys, you look in their comments, you'll never see no dissenters? We're going to talk about globalism today. I'm going to break this down. Y'all know I connect the dots. See, globalism, one of the reasons why they want globalism is because they could phase us out even more. Think about it. If we're a non-factor in the United States, imagine how much of a non-factor we are and will be and will become in the rest of the world. They know what they're doing, but y'all think that they for y'all. Democrats are globalists. They focus on globalism. You see what's going on in New York. Why do they have the need to have all of those immigrants over there when they got other people that ain't even got no job? You know why they do that? Because this is a whole bunch of wars on a whole bunch of different fronts. And one of them continuously is against blacks. Now, me personally, I believe that a lot of the actions that are being taken that hurt us, we can avoid them by the things I'm talking about in this video. Go back and watch them again. The next thing, we got to figure out what to do to make it to the top. You get a little money, don't stop there. People be riding around with their 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers. They get a couple toys and they take their foot off the gas. No, you keep your foot on the gas and figure out, okay, I'm doing good. What can I do to do even better? That's what you do. You've been on your job 20 years. You got nice money in the bank. Okay. What can you do to supplement that? If you're not a college person, you can make it happen with side hustles, side businesses, and 2 jobs. You be like, okay, I be having a little money left on my check, and I got a lot of time. I'm going to scale back. I'm going to play video games all day on my off day. Get the same days off on both. And stack everything from that second. Just keep building it up for years. Don't buy nothing. Anything you want to buy, next thing. Stop. We got to slow down. Hey, I'm in there too. Slow down on them impulse buys, man. A lot of this food is messing us up anyway. Dyes, all type of stuff. I was talking to my sister last night. She said that in the last 2 days she spent $220 on food. I'm like, man, you gotta be doing something, man. You buying that expensive carryout? Carryout should be recreational. This stuff, unless you doing, like for instance, McDonald's breakfast, you can get a sausage McMuffin bundle for $2. I don't know about where you at. Where I'm at, you can eat breakfast every day for $2.65. Every day. Anytime I want it. Right to McDonald's, $2.65. You add a drink, it'll be like $4. I'm telling you, man. McDonald's, and then you got Taco Bell, still got a lot of cheap stuff on their item. You can go get 2 burritos, delicious burritos, the new chicken one, $2 each. That's $4. Think about it. You say, I got 2 kids. Man, you could eat for, you say, okay, well, I'm going to try to stay within 15. To show you. That's the next thing me too. We got to be more economical. Like, we going to have to spend money on stuff that make us more healthy. But sometimes you just eat the slop. Chill, drink a lot of water and get it out of there. It'll save you a lot of money. Just think about it. And I agree with Ocho. Like, I think when you eat whatever you want and you work out with it, your body is going to get hard. And when your skin get hard, you ain't going to get sick as much. You ain't going to get hurt as much. So, but you can go to McDonald's, $2.65, sausage McMuffin bundle. Every day. You got kids. Okay, then check this out. You got kids. You got 2 kids. You make enough money where they can't get free lunch. Okay, watch this. $2.65 times 3. If they eat breakfast, and if they in regular school, they eat lunch at school, you can coast downhill for dinner. You can get one and look, you know those big boxes of chips with 18 bag? They like chips. They can eat a bag of chips at night in between dinner. It's a lot of cheap options for drink. I wouldn't use the stuff with the dyes in it every day, but sometimes you can use that stuff to budget. They still got 99-cent 2 liters. We got to learn how to manage this money, man, and let it grow. So I was telling my sister, I said, you could have went and got, here we got 3 pizzas, 3 of the frozen pizzas, $9. You could have got 6 of them and stood on your kids and kept them from being greedy. I say we eat to live, we don't live to eat. That's what I be telling them, my kids. Like we ain't splurging on food every day. When we get there, that's different. Now payday, go ahead, bang. Expensive carryout. Even if you do it the next day, bang. But them other 5 days, cheap. Like one good meal, one good solid big meal. You should have at least 2 or 3 cheap days. Y'all know how I know this stuff? Is it because I'm rich? No. It's because I've failed on many occasions. Overspending. See, you don't have to have a lot of money to know what to do. You know what to do, now do it. See, y'all think people that's broke don't know what they should be doing. A lot of them do. They just don't do it. They don't do it. Your rent $1,000. You making $700 a week. You spend it. Now your rent done snuck up on you. Now your rent is due and it's late. Because you should have $250, and $250. How I know this? Stop it. Just stop. My phone bill done snuck up on me every now and then. Like, dang. Then you be thinking like, man, I got to start putting this up every week. So managing, we got to get better with managing. Don't give up your luxuries, but just budget them in. Like you like Starbucks, you don't got to give up Starbucks. How much you spend at Starbucks? Be like, okay, well, you know I got to have my Starbucks, so I'm putting up $40 for Starbucks. And when you go to Starbucks, just, you got that folded up money, that's Starbucks. You can keep your Starbucks money in the envelope. When you go to Starbucks, pull out the envelope, pay for your stuff. Stop using those debit cards all the time, because it's been proven that people who use debit cards more spend more. Use cash. Take the money out. Let that money build up in your eyesight. Be like, okay, one of the things I try to do, my costs just been out the roof lately, is I play this one game with myself. I'll put money in my wallet and I'll see how long I can keep that, and I'll try to increase it before I spend it. That's like a game that I play in my wallet. So when I'm winning at that game, I'm usually winning in the money. When I'm losing at that game, you know it's getting a little sketchy. So what I do is I'll be like, okay, I let it build up over time. $5 bills. Then I'll put like two $5 bills. Then I'll just keep going up. 10, 20, 50, hundreds. And what I'll be doing is I want to see if I can keep this money in here and add money to it before I end up spending it. And people, when you dealing with other people with need, they'll be calling, can you cash out me? Can you do this, that? No. Can't help you. You got to help yourself. Like maybe one day I might help you here and there. I've helped people. But I can't help you all the time and get up. That's the next thing. We got to know when and how to help others. And after that, the next thing after that is you got to know the people. Don't let people waste your time who wouldn't help you. So yeah, we need to unite. Yeah, we need to put our money together, all of that. But we need to single some people out. I'm not giving you, I'm self-employed. I'm not finna spend all my time with you. You don't care about my money. It shows. Look how many lump sums you done got and didn't help me. So why would I give you my time and then I look at how much I made for the day and I didn't even make enough for that day to get myself over the hump? It ain't happening. Cutthroat, A to Z, family and all, cutthroat. So those things, we do those things, man. You got to save. Number 1, save. Number 2, save. Number 3, everything else I said. Number 4, save more. If you're not saving money, I be seeing people in the store and it don't happen to me. It don't happen to me. You ain't got enough money for your stuff. That stuff is embarrassing. That happened to me too many times. Keep money. You trying to impress people who secretly don't even like you. They hating on you. You should be, and then you should have enough money where you could do fun stuff sometime. Like, when I go to the movies, I don't like going to the regular little seats. I want to go to the big seats with the big screen and order me a smash burger, food and stuff. Drinks. When I go to the movies, I like to put all my drinks in front of me, and they ain't all soda. Be beer. I like the specialty drinks. Tip the bartender. I'll get a little popcorn. I'll get a regular drink. How I be eating and drinking all that, and not having to do the dookie or go to the bathroom during the movie. I got a good system. What can I say? But I don't like being limited when I go to the movies. You gonna be limited if you don't keep that money. And then people see, this is another thing with us. There's a lot of people that flap their lips, but they money fly out the window. And this is what they do. This is why I tell y'all about marriage and stuff. You can't blame your wife for everything that go wrong with you financially. But she can't blame you for everything that go wrong either. Because y'all both spending money. Y'all both making management mistakes. Y'all both probably not saving. So, if you the saver and she ain't, you got to stand on her. You the leader anyway. Some of these women, they just want to coach. That's not your job. You're not a man. He shouldn't be hearing from you more than you opening your leg. The language you should be speaking is opening your legs, opening everything up, whatever he want to explore. Y'all just want to talk. We don't want to hear you. Maybe you ain't got enough meat in your mouth. They just want to talk and then deny. Talk and deny. Argue, deny. Flirt with the ninja at work. Right now, even if you're a virgin, man, F these 304s. F can mean forget now. Stop thinking about them. Think about where you want to go. Think about what you want to have. Like I told y'all, if you in your 40s, you should be collecting memorabilia. You know how Glow just had a thing. It was a bunch of dudes in their 40s there. You should be doing that kind of stuff. Stuff that you enjoyed in better times. Instead of you think she gonna stay how she was when you put a ring on her. 99.9% not. I'm telling you, man. You can't tell me, man. So, especially in your 20s, man, focus on you. Focus on your money. And I ain't talking about nothing that's going to get you locked up where y'all having pickle contests in the shower. Dudes laughing at the little small wing thing, looking at everybody's junk. Don't do nothing that's going to have you in a situation like that. If you having a hard time getting a job, find that place that really needs people. Like, let's say sometimes you might have to go with the place with the bad managers that run everybody off and just ignore them till you get up. Sometimes you have to think they can't whoop me, so forget what they talking about. Sometimes you got to think like that at work. Ain't none of them gonna whoop me. So I just might as well ignore them. And how do I know this? See, y'all don't realize people be scared to fail. But failure is where wisdom usually comes from. I've done it so many times where I already know if I see a job and say, you know what? Because I look at jobs as stepping stones and side money. I told y'all I'm back on 96 mode. I look at jobs, take your money, throw it in the bag or something, throw it in the bank, and live off your other stuff. I told y'all I did that for over a year. I don't even know how much I had. Because I had so much money, I ain't gonna say every way I got it, that I was just spending it. Like the drink I used to make, I told y'all once before, it cost like $150. Sometimes we did it all weekend. $4.50. So I know what I'm talking about, man. And when you save, don't think of nothing. Well, I got $7,000. I need a vacation. No, you don't. You say, yes, I do. Okay. Keep your $7,000. Save up another $5,000. And in a year, when your next vacation roll around on your job, take the $5,000 and use that. Why would you use your savings for a vacation and you still got to come back to the same location and deal with the same people? I know people be depressed when they come back to Milwaukee sometime. They'll go somewhere else. People be chilling out, be just enjoying themselves. Then you come back to Milwaukee and you see dudes, girls dancing on the car. Man, I'll whoop anybody out here, man. Just starting stuff. They be like, hey, man. Arlington, Texas is way more chill than Milwaukee. The cool, mellowed out, non-criminal people, you would like Arlington. Only thing, they're going to play games with the jobs, but again, learn how to ignore people, you'll be fine. I was down there on one job, I was on the line, I was in the middle. I worked at Steak and Shake. The left side was the meat guy. The middle, you was doing buns and little other stuff. Then the other side, you was doing the rest of the stuff that needs to go on there. I was in the middle. Me and dude was arguing under our breath, right? Now check this out. This is what I'm talking about. It was a younger dude. He was like in his 20s. Talking big stuff. He thought because I was older. I said, man, you can't whoop me though. We on there just arguing, talking stuff. I said, man, we can go out back, man. We could come back in like nothing happened. We arguing. We finna fight. And he went and told on me. They took me off the shift. Like he ain't do nothing. I said, why would y'all take me off the shift? And it was both of us. Because he was white, y'all. He's from Indiana somewhere. He's talking big, man. Like he used to talk like, dude, I hear what you said. You ain't my manager though. You ain't even all that at this job yourself. He was there like months before me. So he knew the job better than I did.